everyone, welcome back. Yeah, it's Sunday morning here, a little after 7 in the morning. I decided to come down over to the shop here, and we're gonna get the boy's motor done. You know, the business that he's in, guys, he works at a granary. He's a TIG welder, and this is their busy time of year, and I've been kind of putting this off for waiting on him, you know, so I could show him, you know, how to check tolerances, clearances, set up valve train, to degree the cam in, all that kind of stuff. But you know, he's got to make money. He's got a family, so this has been sitting around long enough, guys. I'm just gonna go ahead and you know, it's got to have I got to put the oil pump on it. I'm gonna re-degree the cam in, add 2 degrees, 2 to 4 degrees, whatever. I can't remember what the timing gear, the bottom gear, is gonna let me do as far as advancing the cam for a little bit more low end. And it's humid as shit here in Michigan too, guys. Wow, for 7 o'clock in the morning, it's already 68 degrees. Humidity's way up. But anyway, I got to put the oil pump on, get the oil pan, degree the cam in, add a couple degrees in for him for a little bit of low end, get the bottom end totally sealed up, put the heads on it, valve train, intake, lifters, stuff like that. You know, I can do that. He knows how to change heads and stuff. He doesn't know how to degree the camshaft in, but knowing my boy, you know, this is only, what the hell was the cam? I got the cam card in the box. When I bring the cam card out, I'll show you what it is. I think it's only like a 488 lift. So, you know, we'll get him used to that on this camshaft. And I'm sure he's going to be switching it. So when we go to switch it to something bigger, we'll go through the process, or the next motor that I do, I can teach him then, guys. But, you know, this is... we drug this out way too long, guys. I mean, it's been a busy summer. We had a bunch of stuff going on, you know, camping. He had stuff going on, you know, family stuff. We had family issues, but it's all well and good. I have nothing going on this morning. I got a couple, 3 hours, 4 hours of free time, so I'm just going to go ahead and knock this thing out for him. That way we can get the car over here sometime this week, get that old motor out. Where does tranny go? Oh, bring the car over here. We can get, I still want to get some AN fittings for the tranny lines and run the braided line tranny lines. But he's got a brand new 3000 billet converter from Hughes for that. We can get that mount, you know, the converter filled. We can get that installed, and I made a deal with Tony, the owner of the shop here, that if he gives me a worker for a day, one of his workers, to help me get the motor out of Ty's car, get his motor and trans hooked up in the car. I mean, underneath stuff like the drive shaft, transmission hooked up, all the tranny lines, his transmission cooler, everything underneath the car. I would give him the old motor out of the car. You know, all the top stuff, you know, the distributor, I can get all that stuff done, plumb the fuel lines, all that kind of stuff. So that's kind of stuff that we're probably not going to need a hoist for. So he said that was a pretty good deal, so he said okay. So I'm going to shoot today, get this done, and so we can get this damn thing in the car for my boy, guys. But all right, I'm going to get some stuff set up. I got to get some lifters soaking in oil for a minute. Get all this stuff tore back off, and I'll bring you back here in a few. Hold tight, guys. All right, guys, I wanted to give you another little update here. We got the lifters all put into the bore. And you see how when I tore this apart, guys, a long time ago, you see I took a lifter box and I marked it front. And this would be your passenger side. This would be the driver's side. Passenger side, driver's side. That way I kept my lifters all in the same You know, because this camshaft was used on something else, like I said, not much. It was just broke in. But you always want to make sure you keep your lifters on the same lobe. And I am going to set my degree wheel up to find true top dead center as far as the piston goes. But the camshaft, or the gear that we're using, has only got to go 4 degrees. I don't want to go 4. I only wanted to go 2 degrees. This motor ain't built up enough to go 4 degrees. So I'm going to find true top dead center. This cam was already degreed in. I can make a separate video on how to degree camshafts if people would like me to. But like I said, I want to get this thing slammed together. I know the camshaft is what it says it is. I can't advance it the way I want to advance it. I don't want to go too much on this. So I am going to set up my deck bridge and find true top dead center. That way I can install this. That way I can install this timing pointer versus the stock one that comes on there. Well, I'm probably going to have to grind this off. I'm probably going to have to grind the spot welds off here. I'm going to see where it falls first, and we'll go from there. But yeah, these are the cam degree tools, guys. You have different, you got a ball end here for a roller cam. This would be for a flat tappet cam. It's a dial indicator that rides up and down on the camshaft, instead of trying to use a push rod and springs and everything and go off your lifter. So that's a pretty decent way of degreeing the camshafts in. And you can also use this too, guys, for finding true top dead center. This is also, it's a piston stop is what they call it. You just go from bolt hole to bolt hole, and it would stop the piston. So I like using the deck bridge and the dial indicator better. So that's what we're gonna do. So we did get the oil pump mounted up with an ARP stud that he bought and a nut. Everything's all Loctited, torque to spec. We got the high performance oil shaft, so he's good there. So all right, guys, let me get back at this. I'm gonna get everything set up so I can find true top dead center. That way I can get the timing chain on, and I can get that bottom end bolted up, sealed up. That way that's done, and then we can start working on the heads. All right, guys, we got the degree wheel set up. As you can see, well, the pointers, go look at it. It's the way this angle is, but we're dead nuts on 0. I got to be straight on it, and we're 0 here on our indicator, and that's approximate top dead center here, guys. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go counterclockwise to about 30 thousandths, and I'm going to bring it back. Whenever you go counterclockwise, guys, you want to go past your mark and then bring it back to 50. That way it takes the slop out of the timing chain. And when you're going clockwise, it ain't necessary. It's going to be kind of hard to do, to show you the process. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to rotate my engine counterclockwise. That means I'm going to spin this degree wheel this way, counterclockwise, till I get 50 thousandths on my dial indicator here. Like I said, I'll probably go to 30. Let me focus here. I'll go to 30 and then bring it back to 50. And then I'm going to take and write down whatever number I have here, whatever it lands on. And then I'm going to bring my dial indicator back to 0. And then I'm going to go clockwise down to 50. And then I'm going to take another measurement on my degree wheel. And then I'm going to add them two numbers together and divide it by 2. And that should be your true top dead centers. Because what it is, guys, is your rod, instead of being straight, you know, it could be kicked over this way or it could be kicked this way. You want your rod perfectly centered up and down. That's what they're talking about by true top dead center. So It's kind of hard to do with holding the phone here because I am by myself here today, but I kind of figured I could talk you through a little bit of it. This is a very important step on building a new engine because you don't know, you could put the harmonic balancer, which we did. We bought, where did it go here? We have a brand new SFI harmonic balance or damper, harmonic balancer. So we need to make sure we know where true top dead center is in relation to the timing pointer for that harmonic balancer to be in time. It's a very crucial step, and it has to be done, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and work through this now, and I'll be right back at you. Okay, guys, see, I went back, I went to 30, bring it, I went counterclockwise, I went to 30, bring it back to 50, and now I am at, there's dead nuts, 12 degrees. 12 degrees after top dead center. So now I'm going to go clockwise and do the same thing. Let me see if I can do it while I'm holding the phone. We're going to watch our indicator here without touching anything. We're going clockwise now. There's 0, okay? And as you can see here, we're back on 0 again. Actually, a little bit. 0, 0. So now, boy, it's hard to do with holding this phone. I need a cameraman. So now we're going to go clockwise. We're going to go, we can stop right at 50 this time because we're going in rotation of the motor, guys. So let's see if we can get, whoop, went past a little bit. So now I got to go back, and now I'm putting slack in that chain, so you got to take it back even farther and see if we can stop at 50 again. Look at that, 12 degrees. So when we're at 0 on this dial indicator and 0 here, that is 100% true top dead center. I'm sorry about the wobbling, guys, when I was trying to do that. I wanted to, you know, kind of show you a little bit of this process of how it works, you know what I mean? I use the 50, you know, at 50 thousandths method. And even when you're degreeing your camshaft, you know, you got an elliptical lobe on your cam. You have to, you know, find the base circle of your lobe of your cam, then you zero out your indicator, your dial indicator, which would be, this one here is what I use. So you would zero that out, and then you would rotate the engine counterclockwise until the needle, until your needle starts to turn, okay? And then you count your rotations. You see in that itty bitty little thing there where it says, the little dial in there says 1 through 9, you would count the revolutions of how many times that dial indicator goes around, and then you would do your mathematical, that would give you your maximum lift of the cam, and then you could work from there. But like I said, guys, it's going to be too hard to try and hold this to show you the exact method, but I use the 50 thousandths. I use 50 before and 50 after for the degree camshafts in. A lot of people on hydraulic roller or roller cams, they usually do 20 degrees because the lobe ramps could be different. But like I said, guys, this is a very critical part of finding true top dead center. And don't get me wrong, so is degree in the cam, but this cam has already been degreed in once. I know what it is. I can't put the advance in it that I want to put in it. I think 4 would be too much for this little bitty camshaft for what this is. So we're just going to leave it straight up, I guess, for now and see how it runs. So All right, guys, I'm going to get back at it. Time's ticking away. I want to get these heads and valve train on and stuff today. So hold tight. We'll check back in here in a few. Back over to the shop, guys. It's the next morning. I had to get some more gaskets. Gasket kit we had didn't have some of the gaskets. I was missing the timing chain cover gasket and stuff like that. So I had to go last night and pick them up. So, but we got them now. We got everything. I just bought a whole other kit, and we're gonna get this little fire-breathing small block done up for the boy. He's gonna be happy. And then this weekend, we're gonna get it shoved in the car for him. That way, at least he can maybe get a couple days running it around a little bit. Yeah, it was high of 78, humid as shit yesterday. Now it's 52 degrees and rainy. But it is what it is. But okay, guys, I'll get back with you when we get over towards the shop. All right, guys, we're over here at the shop. We got the, like I said yesterday, I got everything set at top dead center. This is the balancer the boy went with. SFI. Pretty good balancer. We got the oil pump on. We went with a high volume oil pump. ARP stud. Everything's Loctited, torqued. Head gaskets are ready. I got the heads all cleaned up, ready to go on. Once we do that, I can show you guys how to set the valve train. You guys probably seen it in other videos how to do, but this is hydraulic, so I can show you how to set preload on the lifters. And when you're setting up roller rockers or any rocker arms, I got a tool which I'll show you guys too that determines push rod length to make sure you guys get the right size push rod. So we're just taking a break. Yeah, it's going to be in the car here within the next couple days, rolling right along. So let's walk down here and see what Mr. Allen's got going on. We got Bob hiding back there somewhere. You can see his hat moving. Say hi to your fans.
What's up?
What do we got here besides the transmission?
4L80.
4L80.
06 Chevy.
06 HD. What do you guys think of this contraption in here, huh?
Oh yeah, that was fun.
This ain't all-wheel drive, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it is all-wheel drive.
Yep. 3 hours later, training's out.
3 hours labor to get the tranny out, guys, on an all-wheel drive. What the fuck is it?
Traverse.
Traverse Chevy. What year?
09.
09. All right, guys. Like I said, I was taking a break, but we got the 400 509 block sitting over here. That's going to be next on the engine stand. We got another small block Chevy there that's got to get ripped apart and figure out what we're going to do with it. We have another small block Chevy over there. I got rings, bearings. This is just a cheap, fast job. They didn't want to spend any money, so I didn't make it look real pretty. Quick rings, bearings, hone the head or hone the cylinders, all new gaskets. Cheap job out the door. But we're going to take a quick break here, guys, and we're going to get back to the boys here and get these bad boy aluminum heads on. We'll catch you here in a few. Okay guys, I just wanted to give you an update too. When you're putting these heads on, these are the Elderbrox, of course, aluminum. We ended up getting the new ARP head bolt. We didn't go with studs, but I don't know if it'll focus here. Focus. Something I hit about. Anyway, they're all ARP bolts. You have to use the fastener assembly lube on the washers and on the heads for torquing up here. And you also have to put thread sealant on the threads down here, which I use is this stuff here. It's liquid sealant for threads. It's real good stuff. So yeah, anytime you're doing these new heads, installing heads on aluminum, you know, aluminum heads, any heads anyway. I mean, head bolts ain't, you know, them, I think them head bolts, the ARP head bolts, them head bolts I think were like 180 bucks. I'm not cheaping out on head studs. You can get them cheaper, but we decided to go with the ARP for these. We ran the numbers for Elderbrox. That's what bolt or calls for these particular heads. So that's what we're gonna do. So I just wanted to give you the quick update. Look at guys, we got a shop chicken. Fred, come here, Fred. He says, fuck you guys, I'm going to get me, how many hens are out there?
5.
He's got 5 girlfriends out there. He's a busy rooster. But anyways, guys, I just wanted to give you the update on the assembly lube for the washers in the head, and then the sealant for the threads when you install these ARP head bolts on here. One more head to get cleaned up, ready to go, and we'll start doing valve train. And one more quick update, guys. These washers, they are beveled too. You can see a bevel side, and then you can see the flat side. The beveled side goes up towards the bolt. The bevel side rides up here against the bolt. Flat side goes against the head. So just in case you know, somebody's new at this, and just trying to give as many pointers as I can, guys. All right, guys, we got the heads bolted on. I still got to go through in 3 stages of torquing them. I got Al helping me out. He's looking up torque specs for me. Hold on, let me see if I can get this camera a little better. There we go. But I wanted to show you guys something too. When it comes to the valve train, as you can see, I ain't got none of the push rods in it. But the old people, they had me install the cam, degree the cam, do the push rods and everything on the old motor. But you can tell your rocker arm geometry is correct. So if you look at this, guys, you see the line? See if I can get, you see the line in the middle of that valve? That's what you're after. When it comes to the valve, you know, you want that tip of this rocker arm. Only 65 on the ARP bolts, huh? Oh, he looked it up, 40, 50, and 65. Wow, thought it'd be more than that, but okay, cool, thank you, Al. But yeah, I mean, if you could look and see that line, that's how you want them set up. I did a pretty darn good job, if I don't say so myself, on setting the valve train up. But yeah, that's what you're after, guys. But I'll still bring you back. Look at another shop chicken escaped. It's gonna come and turn wrenches for us. But I'll bring you back when I get after I get the heads torqued, and we get the rocker arms or the push rods in, and I'll show you guys how I do the rocker arms. Walk you through that step, how to set the preload on a hydraulic cam. But we're getting there, guys. It's starting to look like an engine again. I'm I'm going to keep pushing forward, so we'll catch you here in a little bit. I'll bring it back when we do the geometry on the rocker arms. All right, hold tight.
I gave you all I own, put you on this golden throne, but I'm a little stronger now. You cashed in on my promises, you know I'm too generous. Now I've learned to never help you out.
All right, guys, I went ahead and just set them. I can explain to you though. I used the EOIC method. That stands for exhaust opening, intake closing. So what that means, guys, when it stands for EOIC, you're looking for any movement on your exhaust. And you see how it's lined up with your exhaust? So you know this is your exhaust valve. So you look for any movement on that. Then you can go ahead, come over here and set your intake side. And then after you set your intake side, what it means, the EOIC means is exhaust opening, intake closing. So that means you have to take your, let's see if I can get in the light here. You have to take your intake lifter all the way down, and then when it starts to come back up, that means your valve here is starting to close. EOIC, exhaust opening, intake closing. You know, I couldn't hold the phone and go over that and try and set them, guys, so I just went ahead and did it. Look at, we got Bruno here, bald ass chicken, back in the shop again. But we got so after you get zero lash set on your push rod, guys, you can roll them. You can feel zero lash. When you go to set your preload, you find zero lash, and you go 1/2 a turn on your ratchet. So 1 full half turn, and that's gonna take and push your push rod down into your lifter, which is a hydraulic lifter. It's gonna give you so many thousandths preload, so it doesn't slam back up and hit the top of the lifter there. So we're getting it's getting pretty late here. The wife's got to go to work, so I'm just gonna shove the intake on it for now. I gotta get the intake put on. I gotta get the fuel pump eccentric rod put in, the plate. We went with this Aldebrock performance fuel pump, mechanical pump. So I'm gonna have to find some fittings to run to the carburetor and stuff like that, but that's what he's running for a fuel pump. So I got to put the plate on the side of the block here yet, put the rod up in, put the plate on, bolt the fuel pump up, water pump, valve covers, and I also bring my little pre-oiler that I made myself that we're gonna use to pre-oil the motor. You always want to get oil pre-oiled, and after you build them, guys, pre-oil them with a drill. So, but I'm going to end the video for here. I'm sure it's long enough. Maybe I'll bring it back tomorrow and after I get it completed and show you, or I might wait until we just go ahead and get the car over here and get ready to stick it in. I'll definitely bring it back for first fire up and when we get it running, guys. But you never know, there might be a video in between. But until then, I really appreciate everybody for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell button, and we'll catch you on the next video, guys. All right, take care. Bye-bye. You want to say bye, Al?
Yes.
I'll make him give you a proper goodbye. We'll see what he's working on. Ooh, brand new cover. Say bye, Al.
Later. Peace.
All right, guys, we'll catch you on the next one. Later. Well, I figured I'd throw in one last shot. This is what it's going to look like all done, guys. all of his goodies, and of course carburetor is going to be different, but not bad for being 21 years old and having nice Holly intake, these street heads.